College football playoff rankings came out yesterday, and they went almost exactly as I anticipated and told you they would. Let me break down, as we sit now, the 6 teams still alive for the college football playoff and how that can all shake out, right? Now that we've officially seen all of these numbers that came out last night for the College Football Playoff Committee. Number 1, Alabama's in. Initially, when I started saying this and writing it, people were fighting me on this. They were angry on social media. I don't even see anybody arguing it anymore. But here's a stat for you that basically puts to bed the Alabama ain't played anybody argument. Alabama has beaten 4 top 25 teams now. That's more top 25 teams than any other team right now that is contending to make the playoff. Alabama beat LSU. They beat Mississippi State. They beat Missouri. And they have now gone out and they have also beaten Texas A&M, who is in the top 25. So if you want to argue that Alabama hasn't played anybody, you're welcome to do so. But even if Alabama lost to Georgia, they would have the best record against top 25 competition of anybody in college football, but for Georgia, and we'll get to them in a minute. But this is a great stat for you. Georgia, in the 4 spot right now. Georgia has played more FBS teams with winning records than Oklahoma and Ohio State have combined so far. Let me repeat that. Georgia has played 7 teams with winning records so far on the season. Oklahoma's played 3, and Oklahoma's played 3, and Ohio State has played 3 as well. That is, I got to tell you, a stat that's not getting anywhere near enough attention. Everybody wanted to pile on Alabama and say, oh, Alabama hasn't played anybody. Think about that for a minute. Georgia, first of all, Alabama has played more top 25 opponents than anybody else. Georgia has played more teams with winning records, 7, than Oklahoma and Ohio State have combined. If you want a conspiracy theory out there, I actually think 11-2 Georgia might still have a better resume than 12-1 Oklahoma or 12-1 Ohio State. If Georgia lost a close game to Alabama, I think they would have a better resume. But Bama is in, Notre Dame is in. 2 of the 4 spots are taken already. Who is left? Bama, Notre Dame. What else is going to happen? If Georgia beats Alabama, they're in. And if Clemson beats Pittsburgh and they're a 26-point favorite, then Clemson is in, okay? Those are, I think, the easy calls. Bama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and Georgia. If Georgia were to win, we're done. It doesn't even matter what happens in the Big 12 or the Big 10. If Georgia loses, I think the committee will take the next team up, which will be Oklahoma. The only significant real detail from the college football playoff was that Oklahoma is above Ohio State. I don't see any way imaginable, short of Kyler Murray getting injured and Oklahoma still winning, how Ohio State could jump Oklahoma while playing an inferior opponent that they are favored by more points over in the Big Ten title game. If Oklahoma beats Texas and Georgia loses to Alabama, Oklahoma is in. If Ohio State beats Northwestern and Oklahoma loses, I think the committee would probably take Ohio State, although I would argue even 11-2 Georgia would be more valid at that point in time. So we are set. There are 6 teams alive. That is the scenario that is out there for all 6 teams to get into the college football playoff.